And now it is time for our next fight of the evening. Introducing first, set to make his way to the cage, he is representing the blue corner, David Perez.
David Perez comes to us today on a last-minute notice as well. We've had a few of those for this card, which is an aggravation, but it's a part of the nature of the sport. You got fighters getting injured or other occurrences that prevent them from making their professional debut. And let's face it, as much as I'd like to have it where fighters are fighting whenever and we need them, the truth of the matter is sometimes life gets in the way. And unfortunately, with a guy like David Perez, military guy, squared up guy, he called me up, said, hey, I'm ready to fight. He provided me everything that's necessary, and here he is. So I'm very excited to see this young man fight here tonight at Victorium and part of a global proving ground.
And definitely he's going to have his work cut out for him. His opponent, Jon Hughes, is definitely no slouch in the ring. But like you said, David Perez, definitely a stand-up guy. The military background, the military training, and plus all of his martial arts training is definitely going to be put to the test here tonight as he steps inside the octagon here inside the Victorium.
Absolutely. I've talked to a bunch of guys who are military guys and fighters, and especially fighters who've seen war if they're military. Something like this, it's not going to get to them, get to their head. Some athletes, they allow the fear and the stress of the fight to get to them. But most of the military guys that I've seen get into the cage, from lower-level amateurs to mid-range pros,
and his opponent set to make his way to the cage, sponsored in part by Best Western Hotels, representing the red corner, Jonathan Hughes.
I love Jon Hughes. He has such a great attitude as a fighter, always has a smile on his face, is always ready to bang. He fought for us at Victorium a few months back, made his pro debut out there, won by just a beautiful victory, and he had the same kind of stuff that's happening tonight. He had numerous pull-ups. He had 3 pull-ups on the first show, and he had the pull-out just recently for tonight. So he's accustomed to it, but he takes it with a grain of salt. He basically told me, I don't care who you put in front of me, I'm going to fight them. The question is, are they going to fight me? So we're going to find out. And David Perez took that stuff up, and he said, yeah, I'm going to fight you. And here we are. So we're pretty excited about this matchup at the 155-pound weight division here once again at Fredericksburg Fairgrounds in Fredericksburg, Virginia at Victorium Episode 2.
Definitely if this fight plays anything like his last fight, it's going to be quite a thrill for all of us spectators watching. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the rules here in the Victorium. Again, all our United MMA rules. The 10-point must-score system. No strikes to the spine or to the back of the head.
Right, like we were saying before, it's important that all of you rules are getting unified. Personally, I still love the old rules, kicking anywhere, as the Gracies originally intended it to be. But of course, in order to become a mainstream sport, a lot of people, even our government, was basically saying this isn't human cockfighting. People like John McCain, and it took years for the UFC to really gain mainstream attention. It took over 12 years until Dana White finally put on The Ultimate Fighter, and here we are with shows like Victorium and Global Proving Ground. So, tail of the tape, Jon Hughes and David Perez, pretty much equal.
And there you see Jon Hughes rubbing that good juju on the ring like he does before each and every fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight is 3 rounds in the Victorium lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist standing at 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 155 pounds and holds a professional record of 2 wins with only 3 defeats. Representing Team Warfighter and Iron MMA, here is David Perez. And his opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist standing at 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in at 156 pounds and holds a professional record of 1 win with only 1 defeat. Representing Disciple MMA, here is Jonathan the Scarecrow Hughes. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Scotty Oates.
Scott Oates, our referee, a great jiu-jitsu practitioner in his own right as well. Great school down in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Always does a great job. Former military man himself. And we are about to start. Hughes versus Perez. Touch of gloves. Once again, show of respect. Not everybody does it, but these guys are doing it. Nice inside switch kick from Jon Hughes, opening up the action. Keeping his jab hand out there. Chin down, both of our opponents. Feeling each other out. Holds back a little bit on that inside switch kick.
Jon Hughes looks to have a little unorthodox stance, but still keeping those hands up, still keeping everything moving. Dave Perez definitely trying to scout out, both competitors trying to feel out, trying to get that first big shot.
David comes in with a nice right low kick. Jon eats it. You know, one of the reasons MMA fighters, they tend to feel each other out is because the gloves are so small. Nice takedown by David Perez. Jon's trying to suck in his leg to pull guards in a half guard position right now.
Oh, it looks like, he was able to come out the back door, but David Perez right on top of him, getting into the guard.
Goes into guard position, not always the smartest thing when you're coming out of half guard, shooting in. He should have taken the legs, thrown him over, but it is what he is, where he is at this point. Keeping control of his legs, not allowing Jon to do too much. Pulling back on the neck. Not getting a lot of room. It's really hard to rain down punches when you got underhooks like that. And he's holding his head down. Jon's got an open guard. David really should try to escape from this position.
But definitely Jon Hughes definitely working, trying to keep his body close. Like you said earlier, not able to rain down those rights and lefts and even those short elbows with that close body positioning. Oh, and look, Jon Hughes able to escape again and gets right on top in the mount.
Beautiful sweep from Jon Hughes. Great control, goes right into a mount. He's trapping David's right hand, raining down the lefts. Got his hip forward. His legs are up high, going towards the armpits, and it's not allowing David to do anything to pull his back down. He's going down. Looks like he was losing the Kimura position.
But definitely Jon Hughes right on top of it with those punches, a couple of elbows while they still had him up against the cage.
Right, he's not going to be able to wall walk. Wow, okay. Nice. Wall walking, I was wrong. I thought he was not going to be able to do that. He gets a wall walk, comes back up, now back in the stand-up position. Jon reaching for the leg, trying to go, it looks like he's trying to set up for a single leg trip. David shoots down, he goes for the single leg. Jon's preventing it, does a nice little bit of a sprawl, gets him up against the cage. David needs to drop down to his leg and shoot low and sweep Jon's legs to his left. Exactly right, goes into it. Jon's trying for a Kimura. David's got his arm extended, not able to do it. He loses the position. Throwing elbows. David's back into the guard position.
Looks for that core, rolls him over.
Again, rolls him over. Nice side control position. Loses the arm. Grinding that elbow into the chin. That's an aggravation.
Definitely Jon Hughes trying to get that arm pinned down.
Very nice work. Sliding that right knee across, getting him into a crucifix position. David can't do anything to defend himself right now. He's trying to buck and roll, which he does.
It gives him his back.
Gives him his back.
And look at Jon Hughes right back after that arm.
He's figure fouring, letting it go. Trying to gauge where he's going to go next, trying to feel out where David's going to go. David's trying to suck in that leg, but it's hard from the position he's at.
And Jon Hughes still hitting him with those right hands and those elbows right to the side of the head. Oh, it looks like he's got him in almost like a rear naked choke. Now he's got his back.
He's got his back. He's got to get those. Oh my gosh, wow. Taps out to a rear naked choke, and he doesn't even have the boots in. Nice work from Jon Hughes. Getting a second victory here at Victorium. We're going to go for a replay here in a second. Nice bicep pose, by the way.
And here we're going to show you all the man action. There you see David Perez shoots in as he takes Jon Hughes right to the mat. Again here, David Perez is working. Jon Hughes able to flip him out. and get right into a dominant position, rain down those rights and lefts here. He's got him pinned up against the cage and just toying with him as he rains down those lefts and those elbows right to the side of the head. Jon Hughes still on top, and David Perez coming out the back door, and like Giovanni said, doing the wall walk, able to get to his feet and back to the standing position. Jon Hughes was going for the Kimura, loses the position, elbows to the head, tries back for the Kimura, and a beautiful rollout to reverse and get the dominant position in this fight. And there again, you see Jon Hughes in that crucifix, rendering David Perez basically helpless. And there you saw that head jerk back for that powerful right hand of Jon Hughes. David Perez tries to take him down, but gives up his back in the process. And Jon Hughes able to slide in that rear naked choke. And David Perez might have felt it a little too early and maybe taps a little early. What a great fight, an exciting fight, and definitely a display of great ground jiu-jitsu, great ground grappling, lots of reversals. Both men were going from hold to hold, working on the top, working on the bottom. An exciting fight all the way around. I believe his record is now 2-1 as a professional, and why not Jon Hughes simply ecstatic over his win here tonight at the Fredericksburg Fairgrounds for Victorium episode 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Scotty Oates has called a stop to the action at 4 minutes, 22 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, Jonathan the Scarecrow Hughes.
All right. Well, you know, you always impress me. You come in just with such a great spirit, nice smile, and such a handsome man. And you know, bad man. You know, you had the same issue with the first time you fought for us. You're 2-0 with Victorium, pull out after pull out. Give it up for David Perez taking the fight on a relatively short notice. Great fighter, you know. A lot of times, win, lose, or draw, especially if a crowd has only seen a fighter one time, they see him lose, they might think to themselves, well, you know, whatever. But the fact of the matter, he's still a great fighter. So you're coming in here. You have a great spirit, great fan base. You walk away, again, with a beautiful submission. You maintain great composure, and it's great reversal back into the mount, trying to go for the Kimura, etc. And you're a happy guy. So how do you feel right now? Talk to your friends, your family, and your fans, and let everybody know what the Scarecrow thinks.
Well, I just want to say thank you, everybody, friends, family, gym, coaches, corners. I love you guys. Thank you for coming out and support me. I want to thank David Perez for taking this fight on a short notice. Not many people do that, and I definitely want to thank him, give him another hand. It takes a lot of guts to come out on short notice. I feel great. Giovanni, thank you for having me out, man. I love fighting on your guys' show, and I hope you guys have me out of here again.
Don't sweat on me. All right. No, absolutely. Guys like you are a pleasure to have, so I'll pass this on over to James Jefferson.
Congratulations. I'll tell you what, you won your pro global proving ground contract wearing your global proving ground gloves. What does it feel like now to take it not only local, you're going to take it worldwide?
I'm going, baby. I'm going to the top. I want everybody to know out here on the East Coast, Midwest, West Coast. I'm 155. Stop running and hiding. Y'all can run, but y'all can't hide forever. I'm coming for you. Let it be known.
What he's saying is just because you're paranoid doesn't mean someone's not following you. All right, congratulations. Come on, another round of applause.
Pictures.